welcome to my channel. I said I'd be back for a second video and here I am. First of all, before I go straight into the video, I would just like to thank everybody who watched my first video. I had tons of positive feedback and it was really, really special. So I'm glad that a lot of you took the time out of your busy lives just to sit for 8 minutes or so and watch me talk about things that I enjoy. So it was really positive and I'd like to give you all a big thumbs up from me. So thanks again. So anyway, I'm going to get straight into this video because in the first video I mentioned about a free gift bag that I got once I'd spent £25 in Marks and Spencer's. I bought the Time Delay Formula hot cloth cleanser and that didn't cost £25. We had to get some smellies and some other stuff that we've put back for Christmas. So yeah, I said I'd let you know what was in the bag, and there were some really fantastic goodies in there. Obviously that was probably two and a half, maybe more weeks ago now, so the offer's not still on, but individually the products that were in there were so great that I thought I wanted to trial them out over a couple of weeks until this video, recommend anything that I would repurchase, let you know if I wasn't too chuffed with any of it. And probably 6 items or so there. There's definitely 1 or 2 repurchases, probably 2 to be fair, and one I haven't tried yet, and I'll tell you why I haven't tried it. But yeah, so anyway, first up I'm just going to delve into the bag. Actually the bag itself, look, is a sort of, it's my head, nice sort of size. It's a nice neutral cream shade. Yeah, it's good for a makeup bag or a wash bag for a weekend, or makeup bag if you're going away for longer, so that's pretty cool. So the lip liner was the first item out of the bag, and that's from a company called Lola, and it's in raspberry, the shade, and at one end you get your little felt tip kind of thing, the brush on the end to put it on your lips. That was really, really, really hard when I first used it, so I'd sort of put a bit of lip balm on the end to try and soften it up, because it was like digging in, wouldn't move at all, it was rock solid. But anyway, it's better now, I've used it a few times. That's the shade, like I say, raspberry. That's putting it on obviously quite dark, if you can see that. It's quite magenta, I'd call it more magenta, but I suppose slightly softer, so raspberry sounds good. But yeah, that was really good. I put it on as a lip liner and then just sort of blended it into the lip a bit and put a bit of lip gloss on, and that just made a really good all-around lip colour. So I was pleased with that. That comes in at about £10 on their website. So I don't think I would... Well, that's going to last me donkey's years, to be fair, isn't it? Look at the size of it. Anyway, back in the bag. Next up was the Autograph eyeshadow palette. Now this was really cool. I thought it was really cool anyway. So there's all your shades. Can't really show you without flashing the mirror at you. But there's all your, it's sort of bronzy, neutral, smoky. Yeah, if I close it down a bit like that, then it won't blind you. But you've got your charcoal shades, the dark browns, your slight golds. This was a really nice sort of apricot bronze, I think that one was called. And then the lighter shades to do, you know, your highlighting in. Little brush, not too bad if you were travelling. But obviously I tend to use my own brushes. That palette I was really impressed with. I've probably used it about 4 times and you wouldn't even know. You would hardly know that I've even dented that, so I think that's going to last quite a while as well. That would probably be a repurchase. But by the time I finish it, there'll be something else I want to buy. But that retails at £15. But for the length of time it would last, I think that's a pretty good price. So next up is a mascara. This one came in black, which is good because that's pretty much all I wear. And it's called Dalla Palma. Something called Cigilone. Funny little name. I'll link it down below. But anyway, this I really, really liked. Nice brush. Sort of one of those sort of bumpy ones. But definitely for the top lashes. The trouble is, I find with these, slightly fatter. It's not the really thinnest of brushes, but it's not the fattest brush I've got. But it can be a bit tricky when you're doing your bottom lashes. My bottom lashes are actually quite long. They're not, you know, there's not loads of them, but they're quite long. So if you've got a fat brush, it can be a bit, it kind of touches the skin sometimes. So I've got in the habit recently of using the fatter brushes for the top lashes and really try and volumise those and lengthen them. And then a smaller, I use a Maybelline, I think it's Great Lash or something, it's in the pink tube with a green lid, and that's got a really sort of small brush, and then I can do the bottom lashes with that. That retails at £17, and that is a great contender for the It's Real Benefit, I think. And that retails just under 20, like 19.95 or something, so there's not a lot in it. But maybe just to support Marks and Spencer's, I don't know. Not that I'm being sponsored, so hey ho, I can shop where I like, but I liked it. Next up was a little brow trio. So it's a brow powder trio, shades of brow. Talk about repeating yourself. Anyway, it's by Pixi, and they're a really, well, it's new to me brand. I've never actually had much to do with them, and the only place I've seen them stocked is in Marks and Spencer's. It's a bit pricey, so probably that's why I haven't come across it of later years, but anyway, it's not bad if you use powder on your eyebrows. Obviously you've got the fair, you've got the mid shade, and you've got the dark shade. I have used the mid shade. No, I didn't. I used the light actually, because that looks a bit highlightery, but actually if you've got blonde hair, that's sort of the colour you need for your lashes, to be fair. I struggle a little bit with powder on the lashes. I always think it sort of gives it a bit of a fuzzy outline. I don't know, maybe I've still got to learn a little bit how to do it properly, but I do prefer to use pencil, to be fair. So this is I couldn't find this exact product on the website, but similar eyebrow kits like this were about 15 quid. I just would stick with my normal eyebrow pencil that I got from Rimmel. It's one end, just pencil on one end, and a little like brush thing on the other end, just to sort of put them in some kind of respectable places. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't repurchase that one, but you know, I'm sure it's very good if you like powder. Anyway, next up is Stila lip glaze. Now when I saw this was in the free gift, I was pretty excited. I've heard of this make, and I thought there was a lot of rave about it, so I was like, yay, I'm never going to go out and buy one of these, so this is good. It's a free gift. It's in something called Banana Berry. I don't quite know how the banana bit got involved. Doesn't even, it does smell nice, but it's not bananas, a bit more berry-fied. And when I saw the colour, you can see it's quite a neutral rose colour. Try and get some on my hand for you to see. So there you go, neutral sort of shade. I thought that was pretty good. So when I put it on my lips, I wasn't quite as impressed. It's one of those quite sticky glosses, if you know what I mean. You know when you kind of, you can sort of still feel it on your lips a little bit. I will persist with it because I do love the shade, and the product itself is a good product, so it's got to be half decent, so perhaps I just need to persist with it a bit more. But that retails, I'll just check on my list because I'm getting confused, that's 15 quid. I won't repurchase for £15, but it's nice to have a freebie. And last but not least is the Eylure eyelashes, and I don't use falsies. I don't know why, it's sort of skipped my generation a little bit, I suppose. And I suppose with wearing glasses, I don't know, as long as I've got a good mascara on, I'm happy with that. But I'm quite excited to try them out. We've got a few Christmas parties coming up, we've got a wedding and all the rest of it, so I may give them a try. I might not do it on camera because who knows where they're going to end up. But anyway, it was good as a freebie. They're retail, I don't know, 5 something, about £5.65 or something like that in Boots. So that was good. And the very last thing that came in with this is a little primer sachet. I've used it, you can see I've ripped it open to get a few applications out of this, and actually if you used it every day you'd probably get a good 10 days probably out of it if you're just putting it on obviously once a day. And it's from Pur with a little 2 dots over the U, Correcting Primer. It was really nice. It's quite mattifying, so I suppose if you've got more oily combination skin, that would be good. If you get a bit of shine on in the day, that would set your makeup. So yeah, that was really quite a nice product to try. That for 30ml, if you bought a bottle of it, was £22.50, which which to be fair for a pretty decent primer is probably about the going rate. So that was good. Whether I'd repurchase a whole bottle. There's so many primers out there at the moment that I really want to try. There's a Soap and Glory one I want to try at the moment, so I might do that before I would repurchase that. Anyway, so that was what was in the gift bag. So that's done and dusted. While we were just talking about a little bit of makeup, I just wanted to mention a couple of relatively cheap products that I found on the high street. First of all, in Superdrug, they do Makeup Academy, MUA. It's really, really cheap makeup. Lipsticks for £1, okay? So I wanted to get a bit of a sort of burgundy, raspberry, deeper berry tones for this sort of autumny winter that we're coming into. So I picked up shade 2, that one, and shade, I think it was 9. Yeah, shade 9, that one. So there they are. Silly me, got home. I'd already got shade 2 at home and had been using it. But anyway, it's only £1, wasn't it? So anyway, that's shade 2. That's this one here. Quite nice, did like it. That's pretty cool. And this was shade 9. And this really reminds me of a lippy that I used to wear years ago called Heather Shimmer. I think it was probably by Rimmel or something. And that's this one here. And it's kind of a bit more of a browny tone. And a bit more of a shimmer in it. I've actually got it on now, so you can sort of see the effect of it. But yeah, for £1 you can't go far wrong. I'm not saying they're going to stay on your lips past your first cup of coffee in the morning, but you know, you can reapply for that money, can't you? Anyway, then in New Look, they do a good little range of makeup in there as well. And I found in the Pure Colour range, I was just looking for a nude lip pencil, and I found that one. This one here, so perfect. That was only something like £1.99, I think. That was quite cheap. And lip pencils are going to last forever, to be fair, aren't they? What I really did like in there is this lipstick in a Sweet Rose. Now that, I thought, is my colour. It's a good everyday shade. That one here. Yeah. Don't put it on. Sometimes this particular one, like the more you put it on, it goes a little bit globby. So just sort of quick 1 or 2 round the lips, and that's perfect. And that was £2.99. And actually the packaging is really cool. It's like matte black with a little bit of gloss. So anyway, well impressed with New Look. So that's my products that I bought recently or been gifted. So that's cool. And I just wanted to offer you a little tip whilst we're out there, whilst I'm talking to you even. Anyway, this morning I was taking off glitter nail varnish. Now if anybody else has worn glitter nail varnish, which I'm sure you all have at some stage, you know it's a pain to get off. So anyway, I found a little tip. Take as much as you can off with your normal remover, nail varnish remover. You'll find that you take the colour off. If you've put the glitter over the top of the colour will come off, but the glitter chunks are still stuck to your nails. So in the past I've filed them off, I've picked them off, I've scraped them off, but none of that can be very good for your nails, can it? So as I was getting into the shower, I put my little exfoliating gloves on, you know the ones, they're in Superdrug for like £1 or something. Put them on, got some soap, got them all wet, got some soap and run under the tap and really rubbed all the gloves over the nails. And you can feel gradually the nail underneath getting smoother because the glitter's come off. So by the time, you've got to do that for a few minutes to be fair. But then, yeah, by the time you take your gloves off, you've probably just got 1 or 2 little flecks stuck to your nails that you can literally go witching and they're off. All done. Job done. Perfect. Top tip. Don't forget it with the Christmas season coming up. No doubt there'll be some glitter polishes out there. Anyway, that was my second video and I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back for a third. I've done something a little bit different this weekend to load up for next weekend. There'll be a bit of editing and a bit of joining scenes together and things, but we're going to see through the week how it pans out, so hopefully it'll be pretty cool. But yeah, I've really enjoyed recording this video for you. Please, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. You're going to know the drill. By the end of you watching however many these videos go on to do, you're going to know what to do. But anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. Bye guys!